Hello, I'm FGX and welcome back to the video. Today I want to talk about the rather interesting question of 4J Studios, because you probably know them as the developers of Minecraft Console Edition. However, 6 of the 7 Minecraft Console Edition versions are going away very soon, and this raises the big question of what exactly will they be doing in the future. And although the answer to this question is maybe simple in like, oh yeah, well they've still got the PlayStation 4 Edition and they still make mashup packs maybe, I wanted to actually go into depth as to what exactly that means, because if you like the Mythology mashup pack series, I have some good news regarding the future of that, and I wanted to kind of explain and talk about all of it in today's video. Hopefully you all do enjoy, so please do like this video if you do like it, because it helps out the channel and lets me do like this sort of news video. Again, it's somewhere between speculation, discussion and news, but I wanted to talk about it all in one place because it is important, especially if you care about Minecraft Console Edition and you want to know where 4J are going, because I've seen so many people concerned about that. I've seen so many people concerned about like maybe no more mashups, so I wanted to talk about all of that today. So first of all, let's talk about the fact that yes, 4J will still be here after Minecraft Console Edition is cancelled on the 360, the PS3, the Wii U and the PS Vita, and obviously has already been cancelled on the Xbox One and the Switch. And the reason behind this is because the PlayStation 4 Edition is still going to be there. The PlayStation 4 isn't exactly a huge market, but the goal is to keep porting updates from Bedrock to the PS4, so that's something they're going to do, and that's something that they're going to be able to do for the foreseeable future. We haven't seen any cancellation announcements, and given that Minecraft wants to be on the PlayStation 4, I imagine for as long as possible, it's how we're going to see things go for at least the next year or 2 or 3. So 4J will be doing that. The coding side of their team will still be doing that. Maybe there'll be less of them or something, because they won't be making any more minigames. That was something we saw confirmed a while back. Minigames are cancelled as a concept. They are just trying to make the survival, creative, whatever experience better on that platform, and given the reaction to PlayStation 4 players from a lot of the DLC, it kind of makes more sense. So yeah, don't expect to see any more battle maps besides maybe some commemorative ones. Don't expect to see any more tumble maps besides the Christmas and the birthday maps we'll see every year, I assume, from now on. And yeah, don't expect to see anything beyond that, because they're mostly going to be focusing on survival and creative. However, the interesting thing about 4J is the fact that there are actually 2 studios, and the biggest studio is the one that doesn't actually develop the game. That's right, 4J Studios have 2 offices. One is in East Linton, that's in Scotland. It's near enough Edinburgh if you don't know your Scottish cities and towns all the way through. And there is another studio which is in Dundee, and this Dundee studio is definitely the bigger of the 2. You can, easily see it if you ever look up footage of the 2. But basically, 4J have a pretty big studio in Dundee, and that studio is entirely made up of artists and builders. Or I guess they're all artists, but they also do building. But like, they're professional people all hired to make art for the game in different ways. So some people are making different UI for texture packs. You might recognize like Julie Kennedy for that sort of thing, for instance. You might recognize the people that make the texture packs. You might recognize the people of this, but they all do different things to make the things that you see in the form of tutorial worlds, in the form of what used to be minigame maps, and now what seems to be mashup pack maps. So keep in mind, they have this whole studio, which does fluctuate in terms of how many people work there, but it is usually over a dozen, and there's going to be over a dozen people still working on some form of building stuff. And although new tutorial worlds every update might be quite a draw from them, what I imagine you're actually going to see from that is probably going to be mashup packs, because although a lot of people had the rumor that the last mashup pack 4J Studios would make would be the Egyptian mythology, I found something rather interesting. If you look at the Minecraft Bedrock description of the world, it says, will you survive the perils of the pyramids, journey through the Valley of the Kings, dodge deadly traps, and explore the ancient tombs below. The 4th pack in the mythology series, this Egyptian themed mashup pack, comes with texture packs fit for a pharaoh, legendary mobs, a pantheon of skins, and an epic soundtrack. And because they said the 4th pack in the mythology series, they didn't say the last part. They didn't say like, oh, for the final part. They said it was a series, and they said it was the 4th part. And it'd be really weird to just go like, oh, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, that's it. I imagine we'll see many more mythology packs, or maybe other stuff from them. But it seems like this is their big focus, and it seems to be something they do really, really well. It's one of the best rated pieces of content in the marketplace. There's a lot of stuff that's got 2 or 3 stars on average, but this has 4.7 stars. People love the Egyptian mythology, and it's easy to see why. It's really well made. It has challenges. It has a quest to do. It has just really well, accurately built stuff from the Valley of the Kings. They spend a lot of time researching and having, a whole team dedicated, basically, like inside Minecraft, just to making stuff like this is something a lot of people seem to like. And I know that not everyone is included in that, because obviously there are some people out there that really don't like the idea of like, wait, I have to pay for this thing? I don't want to pay for anything. That's not a big thing. And again, especially on Bedrock where you have to pay, there's no trial. I get why that sucks, but basically this is something a lot of people do like, and it is hinted here that it's the 4th part and perhaps a multiple part series. So what is happening with 4J Studios? It looks like, given the success, we don't know numbers, but presumably thousands or tens of thousands of copies, or maybe hundreds of thousands of copies are sold of these things. It looks like that is going to be one of their key focuses on the future, not only releasing stuff like this, but also more skin packs as a whole. They recently released the aquatic skin pack. I don't know if that was from 4J, but Minecraft as a whole, it looks like that might have come from 4J based on the fact that it follows a lot of what they've done in past. And basically what I'm saying here is I feel like the mashup pack and the, the making content side of things is what they're going to be doing really well, and that's exciting on two fronts. One, it means that we can expect another mythology mashup pack almost certainly. I imagine it's in development right now, and in like 4 or 6 months we'll see it. Could be Japanese mythology, could be Roman mythology. There's a lot of cool ideas that we could see, and again, given that every mythology map goes bigger and better than before, every mashup pack that 4J does is just, again, another step above the previous ones. That's an exciting enough thing by itself, but it also means that potentially if they're working as, effectively for the Minecraft store on Bedrock, as well as making Minecraft Console Edition stuff, if they make successful enough stuff, which it looks like they do, they might move on to making something like mini games for Minecraft Bedrock, maybe just in map form in some way, or maybe they could go, again, like actually integrate into the game in a better way than that, but that is something that gets me a little bit more excited, and I don't know for sure how that would work out. Like, would they need to have a server? Would they need to do something like that? But I'm really excited about the possibility even of that just maybe coming in the future, because I really miss minigames from Minecraft Console, and I also kind of miss the whole mashup pack system, and knowing that they're coming forwards in the future, it's something that I think is kind of great. And I know, again, there's a lot of people that disagree with that, but that's my opinion on this thing, on this whole thing, and that is what I believe. Speaking of things that I believe, one of the kind of interesting things about this is if you're a 360, you're a PS3, you're a Wii U, and you're a PS Vita player, and you're sad because you can't upgrade yet, you don't intend to get a PlayStation 4 or a Switch or a Xbox One in the near future, and you're like, well, I mean, what am I going to do now? Then the good news for you is I imagine if 4J is working on stuff like, again, let's say for now, mashup packs, that still likely will come out for the 360, the PS3, etc., because working on new updates is really hard. They have to optimize the code every single time. Releasing a mashup pack, on the other hand, all they have to do is make it available for the store, and then some number of people download it, and it makes business sense, which means that, again, even if you're scared because 360 is going to be dead after this last update, there is likely to be more, DLC and stuff added down the line. And although, again, for the most part, I don't care about skin packs, I don't care about texture packs, those things, they have no impact on my caring about the game, but the idea of having more mashup packs, which are essentially free on the 360, because you can use the trial system, I think that is a nice little consolation for Minecraft 360 PS3 players. So yeah, basically, long story short in this video is that 4J Studios, they exist as two studios. One of the studios might get smaller, or maybe they're going to work on PlayStation 4 and that edition might get better because it's got more focus on it. Again, only time will tell how that goes, but the other studio still seems to be going strong. They're going to be making not only the next new tutorial world, they're going to be making a new mashup pack at some point, presumably in the Mythology series. They're also going to be making something else, and again, given we have a whole studio full of like professional artists who do some really, interesting, impressive stuff, we might see something kind of cool come out of that in the future, not only for Minecraft Console Edition, but for Minecraft Bedrock, which seems to be the way Minecraft, the 4J Studios are going to be integrated into the future. We'll have to wait and see how that does go, but that is kind of just a thing I wanted to talk about, because there's been so many things said that I think are just wildly wrong, and that is how things look to me at least, but I'll keep you up to date with anything that does happen in the future. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. Give it a like if you're into liking things, give it a dislike if you hate everything in the world and you want to burn it all down, share things if you really liked it, and make sure you hit that bell because it makes me feel special on the inside. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.